Well, I want to thank each of you for coming and Rebecca.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Our goal here is to pair up with partners, with individuals like Rebecca and myself, where we're geared towards helping, specifically help the individual athlete. Not just to drive business to our facility, but we want people that want to get healthy, that have issues they want to settle, and we want to make it individualized as much as possible. So the three things that we would have is obviously exercise, nutrition, and rest and sleep. And obviously we don't have Mr. Sandman up here, but the point is you got to have all three in a good balance of them. And if you leave out one of them, you're going to have some issues. It takes all three, specifically in sport and competition, and being healthy. You got to be healthy and utilizing all three aspects of that. So if you guys have any other questions with Rebecca or me, we'd love to talk to you. I've got a brochure like that, each one of you. But
and how did you find out about today's seminar?
Well, my son and husband come here.
Oh, nice.
So will you be offering Roger and Aiden?
Sure.
Overall? So will you be offering anything of like this geared more towards the male?
I mean, we can.
Sure,
Because
sure.
I've told Aiden before, those zips will go away if you start cleaning
Yeah, we
up
can do
the
a
house.
men's focus. Sure, sure.
Genetics is always predisposed to certain,
Well,
but you
yeah.
can help reduce it. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
by the foods you
On
eat,
the other
definitely.
hand, yeah, if I just
Exercise,
have him,
no doubt.
not hearing it from mom all
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he needs to eat the protein.
Plus, there's probably some questions he has about nutrition and training that he would like to ask maybe an
I think
expert
that would be
too.
great.
Yeah, we'd love to do
So
that.
it's geared towards and towards children too.
Hopefully the weather will be nicer.
Yeah, we do it later on. It will be.
There's not that bad. I found out from Coach Kristen Howard, who's the
Right.
cross coach at Stonebridge.
Yeah.
She knows that Aaron's been wrestling with some injuries and also with the diet. So this is perfect timing for us.
Good.
Well, she invited me to come out to the school and talking about lifting as far as how important it is and how the benefits of doing so, not just injury prevention, but just overall well-being and health. And then down the road, we all know that once we're done playing sports, we got a life to live afterwards. And if we do things wrong now, and most of us did growing up, I mean, a lot of the mechanics I used during college and high school, basically put me in the position I'm now with having my knees hurt and my back hurt because you're doing those repetitive movements in the improper ways. Same thing if you eat improperly throughout your life, when you get older, it's going to cause an effect. So our goal is to bring stuff that obviously higher level athletes and professionals get because they have the money and they're being paid $100 million. Sitting on the sideline is not going to help them be a bit productive or be that engine that they're being paid to be. The stuff I use in the NFL and in college, they teach you daily. Like they have the training table, they have nutritionists and dietitians and cooks and stuff. And surprising or not, there's a lot of those guys that still eat McDonald's and Pizza Hut every day. It's amazing. Until they get hurt, they don't realize. Some people, it just takes to that point. But it should be offered to the lower level when you can do the most benefit. I mean, if you can change the habits of an individual or youth when they're young and get them on a proper lifestyle, it's easier to maintain that than it is all of a sudden never work out or train in your life and you're overweight and heavy and you eat poorly and all of a sudden have to change. Your body's going to be like, you get really sore, you feel nauseous. The biggest thing a lot of the girls tell me is, I don't eat because if I eat, I feel bad. I feel nauseous afterwards. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm like, I mean, that's to the extreme they've taken it. I have girls come in here not eating 8 to 12 hours.
Oh,
and they've played sport and then they're training. And I'm going, that can't happen. I mean,
No wonder
you
you're
really can't
nauseous.
do that. But if they change and they start to do that, they do feel better. It just takes time with anything. I mean, I asked some people, you took 20 years to get in this shape. It's not going to happen overnight. It's consistency from doing a balance of both.
That'd be awesome. I mean, I'll shout it out through the.
Oh yeah, that'd be
school
great.
if you
That'd
do
be great.
anything for kids.
Oh yeah. Some of the sports teams invite me in, and sometimes that works well, and sometimes it's hard with my schedule too. Sometimes.
We offered the one for the women first because personally I feel that the most underserved populace of the athletic world is the female population because they're fed, don't work out, you're going to bulk up like a man. Well, you'll be longer and leaner if you do stretching all the time. Well, stretching is important, and we have that here. It's a big aspect of our point. But if you don't do weight-bearing activities, osteoporosis, strain, injuries, prevention is all a big part of that, and they don't want to do that. And they're fed just garbage all the time. My undergrad was in marketing and advertising. The biggest thing they tell you is perception is reality. Not reality is reality. I mean, they tell you on infomercials all the time, you can spot and reduce your abs and get a six-pack by doing this 30 minutes a day. You can't. Liposuction will take that spot away, but having a six-pack doesn't mean you're healthy. I can take to Ethiopia and show you thousands, hundreds of thousands of Ethiopians that are starving to death. They all have six-packs. The problem is it's not they're healthy because they're thin. And being thin doesn't mean you're going to be weak either. So it's just breaking those poor conceptions or unrealities or whatever you want to call them, mistruths. And that's kind of what we're trying to do. It's an education process, but it's not an easy one. It's an uphill battle because media feeds that.
It's 11 o'clock, so we don't respect that.
Sure.
I have one more question, if you don't mind. Can you probably discuss just very briefly what Inky and Football Center is about? It's my first time here.
what's its main goal for any type of level person to come in and do something with you guys?
It's a result-based facility, meaning that I don't care what your results are. People ask us, well, you never taught, you never swam, or you never played golf. I don't teach those sports. Your coach will teach those sports. What I teach is movements. I teach you how to do the proper movements and to do them in a way that you retain balance. My example to most people when they say squatting is bad, you have doctors that say, don't squat. They tell you that because one, it's a liability, but doing it improperly, anything doing it properly is bad. But if I squat, and you say you've got your chicks, Aiden, when you go, I have a son in here. He squats, his heels don't pop up.
Yeah.
He squats like this.
Yeah.
And he sits there and you're like, how does he stay balanced like this?
Right.
Well, to do that, it's an equal activation of your hamstring, glute posterior, and anterior, your quads, working together over the knee. Now, if you have your knee doing this,
Yeah, that's what everybody
my
says
quads
too.
are firing like crazy. Well, these attach to your hip across the toe tendon in front of your tibia. It's pulling your knee forward if you don't have something in the backside pulling the opposite direction to help stabilize and make that joint solid. So, I mean, if you're diving in, those are improper moves. Your knee is taking the brunt of the force because the muscles aren't made to do that. It's the hinge. It's supposed to move this way. So we work on mechanics of Q angle and pronation of the feet. Anything we see like that, we try to correct that. And we correct that by teaching the muscles to fire to help stabilize them. If you don't learn those movements, you're not going to fix the problem. So if you have those issues, you come in and we do the testing and evaluation. Whoever you are, when you do this or this, you're hunched over like this, I mean, all those things affect you. If gravity's pushing in your body all day, well, what's the worst possible position for your back? Sitting. Most people say you sit up straight. Well, how long do you do that? Most people often do this. So they're a keyboard, they're like this, and you get all that tension in your back, but that's compressing the spine and arching it like that. Now you do sit-ups. One of the worst things you can do for your back. You ever seen someone string a bow, they pull it over their leg and they take that string? Well, think of your spine like this. Gravity's pushing on it, then you roll it over, then you crunch and flex your abs like this in a sit-up position. Well, that's been taught forever. Well, that comes back to the military, Greek and Roman. Who was always the people that did all the training? Military, wars, and so forth. Back in the early teens and 20s, what are the best football programs and athletic programs in the United States? Military, Army, Navy. It's because they use those things, but as times have changed. What we do, the kinesiologists, physiologists, is the last 20 years has really brought in an increase of knowledge and research in the field of sport and health in general. Even the space program has provided the lack of gravity, how it affects the body, and we've taken that away. It's also shown us what gravity actually does to your body. If your body's aligned straight, proper nutrition, and how you do things, you can live longer and healthier, but most people don't do that. I mean, you sit in chairs, you get tight through the hip flexors. A lot of things I'm trying to say is we look at the overall picture. So if either one of you came in, it doesn't matter if you're an athlete, a professional, or collegiate, we're going to do an individualized program based off of the testing results from the evaluation. So you're not going to be starting in a canned group where in the bell curve, there's a lot of people that are getting some exercises, some benefits out of it, but the people back here that are weight deficit or people that are more advanced, they're bored out of their mind. These people here can't keep up, so they get hurt. We always try to, well, that's, you want a lot of money. You're trying to feed just multiple people to like
Also
direction.
talk about the adult fitness program.
What's that?
The adult fitness program.
The adult fitness. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're doing, like say, athletes or fitness. The fitness program is based on your personal results, your test results, and then what your goals are. You just want to get leaner. You want to get bigger, stronger, faster. Just healthier overall. And I have 2 senators that I train. I have 3 or 4 or 5 clients that are over 60 and 70 years old. And their goal is just to be mobile and happy. So if you lose your range of motion, your mobility, your quality of life goes down. So being flexible is very important, but you got to pair that up with weight bearing activities to keep your bones strong, your muscles strong. It's just overall wellness, and we're just trying to make sure that it's not a canned production line, or it's not the newest fad out there. Yogas is Pilates is important. Yoga is important, but by themselves they don't give you enough. You got to do other things that make it get your body into planes. Machines are great, but the point is that machines, they put you on a track. They don't allow you to work on stability and proprioception routes. When you get out, what keeps me from falling over? I do. So if I haven't trained those muscles to do that, if I slip or find an uneven surface, then I can't control my body because I'm used to just doing the pressing up and down or lifting because it's got a camshaft or something that doesn't do that. So you don't see a lot of machines here. It's all very specifically geared towards helping you be more balanced and overall fitness. And then you take those movements that they teach you and you can apply them to sport, you can apply them just being everyday life, walking, jogging, picking up the kids, groceries, chopping wood, whatever it is, but you're going to be safer and stronger because you've learned how to control your body and your muscles and those movements so that you can.